In the last 10 years, SNAC has provided fighter training stack supplements to more than 20 world champions, including Mikey Garcia, Demetrius Andrade, and Caleb Plant. If you're ready to take your fight game to the next level, the SNAC Fighter Training Stack is for you.
So, you know, he's definitely has to watch out for Deontay's right hand, and definitely has to keep his chin down. But he's going in there with the belief that, oh, he wasn't 100% the first fight, so in the second fight it should be a lot better because he's worked, he's sacrificed, and he knows what to do. Yeah, he does. You know, he's coming from an extensive amateur career. He's got that natural rhythm in his body that he makes him look like a professional. He is a professional. But, you know, being able to absorb shots is different than being able to give shots. You know, to fight a man, you know, if you look at his past two opponents, yeah, they were big guys like Deontay, but they were nothing like Deontay. Deontay is a different kettle of fish. You know, this man's 6'7", lanky, throws, you know, somewhat wild punches sometimes, and you know, as far as Deontay is concerned, I think he gained when he boxed Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury is the man that he needed to fight. Somebody that could box a little better than him. Now, when somebody can box a little better than you and you box him, you learn. You say, okay, this guy's doing this to me, I need to learn that. I need to do that. That works. How do I get at this guy that's boxing? Okay, you know, he's learning as he goes along. So next fight that comes along, Brazil. He's not able to prove himself of what he learned because, you know, Brazil didn't give no good fight back to him. So how does he prove it? He proves it against Ortiz. Ortiz is the one that he needs to prove it against and show what he's learned over the past couple fights, or the fight with Tyson Fury. And you know, this is what I aim to see. I aim to see him going out there doing some boxing, being light on his feet. You know, not standing in one position, getting that jab working that we want to see, doing some more boxing, and you know, even in the Ortiz fight, he learned how to deal with a southpaw. You know, there's not too many southpaws in the heavyweight division right now. You know, Ortiz is one of the top ones out there, and to box a southpaw and do what he did to him is good. That, you know, it shows that he's a fighter, and even to survive that 7th round, it shows that he's a champion, he's a warrior. You know what I mean? He's there to win it. You know, he exudes confidence when he goes out there. That's what he needs to do. You know, as far as Ortiz lost. You know, he has to psych himself up again and say, boy, I can't make this guy knock me out again. You know, I was a better boxer. I have to capitalize on my boxing and go out there and box this guy. He can't box as well as I can. You know, I had him hurt. I can do it again. So, you know, that's what brought Ortiz into the fight. Feeling that he can do it, feeling more confident than the last fight. He's got another opportunity. When you have two opportunities at it, you better make them count.
What do you think? What do you make of this the fitness thing? I wonder, could that be a bad thing? How do you see that?
You know, this is his. You know, when this is somebody's last hurrah. If he can't beat Deontay, I'm not saying it's going to be his last fight, but he was basically almost there. He felt it. You know, he was within touching room of the championship, and you know, that's what's helped him in the training, because he knows he can do it. He knows that it only takes one punch. He knows that he wasn't in tip-top shape as he should have been.
Like, how do you untrain old habits. And what I mean by that is, in the beginning, it might be a different look Saturday night than the first fight. But well, people, years and years and years of doing things a certain way, you're going to go back to going back to the same old ways with both these guys.
Yeah.
So what's there a chance this fight could be a repeat of the first fight? I mean, there was an exciting fight first.
It will be a repeat of the first fight because they both know each other. They know each other's movements, and I believe that Deontay is going to get it moving a lot quicker because it's not like he hasn't boxed this guy before, so he knows what to expect, and he knows he can take him out with one punch. The idea for him is not to really go right hand crazy. Get that jab moving. Get that jab moving. Show him different looks. Get that hook going. Get that uppercut going. That right hand should be the last one in his mind. Can't be going out there trying to throw that left right. Obviously, Ortiz is looking for that because that's Deontay's best punch. So he's got to disguise the run up to it.
What can Ortiz do different? Again, he's 40 years old.
Yeah.
He's sitting.
Ortiz has to box, and he has to be fluent on his feet. He has to be able to move in quickly. You gotta make up the space of those long arms. You gotta make up the space of those long legs being wide. If Deontay's legs are like this wide, there's a problem. There's a problem because that means Ortiz can get in a lot quicker because his legs are like this. So, Deontay has to watch out for that. I think Ortiz has to capitalize on his history of boxing. This man started boxing at a young age. He's got a history of fights and sparring behind him. He needs to grab all that together and bring that out into this fight, realizing that, okay, maybe Deontay doesn't have that much experience. He has the power, but let me kill him on the experience aspect. Get some inside fighting. If he doesn't want to inside fight, if he wants to hold, get the referee to warn him for holding. Go for the body. I've seen Ortiz throw some good combinations in his last couple fights, and he's working the body, which he should be. This is how good boxers beat good boxers. They have to work the body and the head. Can't just be headhunters. You can't be a headhunter in there. Everybody knows if you're a good fighter, you can't be a headhunter. You got to be a full-fledged boxer. Go for the body. Go for the head. Mix it up. And you're inside, hit him to the body. Deontay weighs 215 wet. He's knocking out guys that are 260.
I just want one follow-up to that. What's the issue with the wide base? I like what you brought up there, but what's the issue with that?
The wide base to me, right? Yeah, wide base to me.
I'll be Ortiz.
Yeah. Wide base to me is good to a certain degree. You can only do it against certain fighters. Is this wide base because you got this, and you can do this. But notice you're still in one position when you're doing this.
So if I'm Ortiz, what do I want to do?
If you're Ortiz, you need to be coming in with the boxing step, with your feet like this, boom, 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 fast. If he's wide feet like this, he'll be still in one spot.
Gotcha.
And it's a disadvantage for him. He'll be like this and he'll be off balance. Balance is the key. He has to keep the perfect balance. Good fighters have great balance.
Isn't that one of the first things you learn in self-defense combat sports is having your feet like this far apart so you have good balance?
Yeah.
So he's just deciding to do it a different way because he wants to do it a different way.
Yeah, I mean, he can do that, but it makes it harder work for him. I know that myself because I've done that. When I've done that, it's like the guy's too close to me. I can't move back fast enough. When I've kept my feet balanced, I can move around the ring, move to the side, step to the side. And this is what you have to practice in training. You can't just all of a sudden do it in the fight. You got to practice that in training.
Can we notice slippage in Ortiz in his last few fights?
The slippage? The fact that he can slip?
No. Do you see a diminished fighter from the guy who fought Deontay the first time?
No, I don't. I see perfect opponents for him. I see him keeping busy and not wanting to get stale. I see him, preparing for a fight that he has coming up against a big guy. And this is what you do. You keep busy, you try and box a guy similar to the guy that you're fighting, and then try the same things that you're practicing on these guys. If it works on these guys, then now you have to work on Deontay.
Can you develop a chin? Can a boxer develop a stronger chin, the ability to take a punch? Can you work on that? Can you improve?
No. You can to a point. You can to a point, but if you're easily concussed, then you're easily concussed. You know, and we did see it in one of Ortiz's fight in the second round. You know, who was it against Christian Slater? Hammer, sorry.
I'd like to see him fight Christian Slater.
Christian Hammer, sorry. You know, they both caught each other, and it wasn't that hard of a punch, but it affected Ortiz. That showed me that, you know, getting hit around the head, he gets concussed easy, and you know, it's hard to really, you know, build up anything against that. I mean, what are you supposed to do? Wear headgear? I guess the best thing is not to take the punch straight on, and moving with the punch is the best thing.
Lennox, I got a question for you. You've been in this position before.
Yes.
With Evander Holyfield. The first fight was a draw. You came back and won. Hasim Rahman got the upset, came back and won. This is a rematch as well, too. How do you approach a rematch, and what did you do specifically the second time around from a training standpoint to come up on the winning side in both fights?
Well, there's two answers to that, right? So the way I lost was one punch. So when you lose one punch, then you know the problem is not to get punched, not to get hit. And for me, it was just a defensive error. It's like falling off a horse. Okay, I fell off a horse. I'm not done. Let me just get on the horse and show you that I can ride the horse. So that was the situation. Like, yeah, okay, he caught me with a good punch, but he's not a better fighter than me. He's not a better boxer than me. You know, I've got more talent than him, and you know, there's too much upside. So for me to go in there, what I need to do is go in there and be my best. Don't make silly mistakes, because that's what allowed me to lose the fight. In this with Ortiz now, he understands that, you know, doing boxing, he was boxing good. He caught him, but he wasn't able to take him out. Why is that? He says, okay, it's because I wasn't in good shape. Now, if he was in good shape, maybe he could have taken him out. Maybe we would be talking about something different right now. But the fact remained is that, okay, Deontay was able to weather the storm and come back strong with his strong punches. Ortiz wasn't able to weather the storm. He got knocked down twice. When he got concussed, he was still concussed when the referee was warning. The referee, Ortiz didn't want to box again. He wanted more of a rest. But he said to the referee he was okay. He didn't put up his hands and say, no, I'm ready. His hands were still down. I don't know if it was a language barrier and whatever, but he didn't seem like he was ready for that second knockdown which he went through, and that's what Deontay was able to do. You know, he's got that uncanny being able, the killer instinct. That's the killer instinct. Once you smell blood, you know, you go for it. He smells the blood. He's always smelled the blood, and he's able to take out people when he smells that blood. So
sometimes he almost goes a little overboard.
Oh yeah. I mean, you know, one time he got him hurt, and he run in there. Like, yeah, that's the youth. That's the youth aspect. You know, as an older fighter, he wouldn't do that.
But I like what you said earlier. You said he goes right hand crazy. How do you, again, instinct? How do you try to fix your mind after doing this for all this time, to try to fix your mind and not rely on the hammer so often?
Well, you know, I always said, and I've always said it. If you can't knock somebody out, you better be able to box. So, not everybody you can knock out. There's guys out there that won't, just refuse to get knocked out. Then what do? You got to be able to box. You know, the fight with Tyson Fury, great fight. Tyson Fury was the boxer. But unfortunately for Tyson Fury, Deontay was a power puncher. Now, if you asked me, who would you pick, a boxer or a power puncher? Well, I was picking the boxer, but then the power puncher came through. So, you know, you can lose every round, but if you get knocked out in the last round, then, you know, what good does boxing do? So it's that balance. You got to have the balance of both.
So who's winning the fight?
Who's winning the fight? This time I have to go for the puncher. You know, the puncher, because I know the boxer gets concussed easy.
Do you think that'll lead to him getting knocked out earlier because he gets concussed easy? Do you think it'll...
Yeah, I do.
How does that make it different for Ortiz? Because like you said, you made one mistake and got caught with one punch, whereas Ortiz got hit with a lot of punches, he got knocked down 3 times. How does that make it different psychologically for him?
Well, it's easy. Psychologically for him, he felt he wasn't in the best nick, best shape. And so he's gotten himself in great nick, great shape. Now that gives him the better confidence going in, knowing that, well, he wasn't in good. He was 50% the first fight, and he hurt the guy, but he wasn't able to take him out. Now he's at 100%. Now if he hurts the guy, he'll be able to take him out. So that's what would be in his head. That's what would be in my head. Yo, I'm in great shape. There's no way this guy can beat me. I'm a better boxer than him. I'm going to go out there and show him.